Such a pleasant chamber this is. My be-all and end-all. So light and luxurious. Quite different from the rooms I frequented afore. Dark as the grave. Black as the secret branded upon my very being. Oh, I can hide it no longer. It singes my soul. Perchance if I confess its devilish sting will subside. You have been deceived, dearest dragon. For you have married a princess, destined for decay. Not mine is the holy perpetuity of the bone. A malicious malady mangles my marrow. Thus I have been punished by the Seven. So say the priests of the skeleton spire. Though for what insidious infraction I know not. They have forbidden me to seek a cure. For to do so would be to defy the decrees of the divines. But now that I am here, my love, here with you aboard this wondrous raven, I hope I may as yet counter the cancer that consumes me. You'll stand by me, won't you, my love? I long to banish the blight that burdens my body, but I cannot dispel it alone. My moon and sun, joyous tidings. I have not half the time hence it takes my hourglass to void its life. Parlayed with an imp of wise and cryptic nature, a shaman widely idolized among his kind. He has ensured me he can concoct a brew laced with ingredients of most mystic fancy that will drive the sickness from my bones, much like a single burst of your mighty fire breath would cleanse a kobold-cluttered lair. And yet, apprehension doth beset me. Caution stays my hand. Should I not witness first the broth's effect on one of a more robust and steady disposition? An orc, say, a creature, so I am told, that could bed the Black Death itself and greet the morn unscathed. That means it will be me who shall deliver them unto the Reaper, or from him. Only the Seven can tell. If such is thy counsel, my love, then so shall it be. May the reverend shaman's word prove to be as true as the trust I bestow upon his talents. More than my convalescence alone now depends upon his abilities. Fellow undead's lives will be thrown into the balance. Oh, my heart and soul, how I have prayed for your swift return. Never should I have allowed desperation to trump circumspection. I am entirely to blame for what has happened. The imp's potion. Seven bless us. One might as well apply magma to alleviate sunburn. My wretched brethren. They drank the shamanic brew, presuming it to be tea, not a herald of decay. Afore my very eyes, their once proud frames toppled in upon themselves and turned to powder upon the barren floor. Only their souls remain, hovering helplessly upon capricious currents like ephemeral jewels evoked from stardust. Long as these remain, however, their existence upon our earthly plane has yet to end, and they may perchance be given refuge. Sir Yorick demands the provision of living vessels. But Mr. Trinculo swears employing the technology of his people is the more sensible course to steer. May the gods honor their sacrifice and furnish their afterlives with solemn bliss and hallowed beatitude. Their will be done. How very rapidly this one debacle tossed us in the maelstrom of surreal dimensions. Soon strange souls will inhabit strangers' organisms, all for a quaff of lurid liquor. My night and day, praise be unto the Seven, for we have booked a great and perfect success. The ill-starred, who are so suddenly stripped from their sacred skeleton, no longer mourn the bones that were snatched away from them, but celebrate a new life instead, cloaked in warm-blooded rapture. They breathe, my love. They can smell and taste and feel, experience the world in ways wonderfully enigmatic to the undead. I too in these mysteries could partake if my soul be rendered unto a woman of bodily perfection. O joyous hour! Finally I shall leave this decrepit carcass behind, but not as the scriptures read, to pass the silver river into the realm of death. No, I shall bathe in its waters and be reinvigorated, born anew. She shall be beautiful, so that, at long last, I shall be beautiful and truly worthy of your sweet devotion. My great love, my dawn and dusk, minister to me with thy counsel, for I am lost in the blinding mists of misgiving. Upon the very doorstep of completion I falter, encumbered by the insidious sprites of doubt and hesitation. Their incessant chatter satiates my being with pale and quiet dread. Questions, queries upon burial rise from shallow graves. In search of life, am I taunting death? In pursuit of beauty, am I to become a monster? I have found her, yes. A girl of such unworldly grace, 'tis as if the Seven touched the cosmic soul and drew from it perfection. With a word, I can find in her a home, thus condemning her to unsought oblivion. Then so be it. For with a word of the dragon, the mists vanish afore my eyes and newfound resolution takes hold. Return to me come the dawn, my love, and you will find me another woman. Soon I shall drink the shaman's broth and crumble, then reawaken with novel senses. How I long for your delicate touch. Look at me, my light and dark. Look at what I have become. Am I not exquisite? The very quintessence of human beauty. Gaze upon this soft and sensuous flesh, the mild marble from which the gods sculpt us mortals. Mortal, yes. For such is the condition that afflicts and affrights me. Had I found a cure for my malady, I'd have resided upon Rivlin to the rapture. Now I'll have to bear witness to my own slow decrepitude, until once more I resemble the skeletal Ophelia I used to be, want of life. Upon this realization, I panicked and turned to the dark arts. I drew forbidden symbols, spoke words abhorrent and arcane. Before me appeared a demon, Razakel his name, who, beguiled by my graces, promised me eternal life if I wished it. Immortality can be mine, my love. What say you? Pangs of fear pinch my heart. But like so many others, this is a new sensation, which I must learn to bear. You are right, my love. I have been given life. Therefore I must welcome its sibling death. And though he always looms with wintry lust, I shall learn to consider him with acquiescence. Together, We will be happy until the curtain falls upon our stage, many acts hence. I shall speak the dread syllables, and return Razakel to Tartarus, where he will dwell until another sees it fit to summon him. I shall not be the one. My world and stars, come hither and kiss me. Let us celebrate the bliss that is our union. How far removed it all seems. The panic that overtook me, the angst that stifled me. All my dread has dissolved. Its dewy tears have faded in the presence of your son. I am a woman now, warm and comely, wise and courtly. Together we will brave the tempests of time, unshaken, each other's solace and steadfast serenity. My people do not understand. Yorick looks down on me, a traitor. But I care not. How have I cheated the Seven? How have I deceived the gods? If that is truly how they feel, they are not worthy of my worship. Let the flame of divinity that sparks only when we are alone light the fire of our love. What need have we for gods or men? We, my life and death, we have each other. How do I cherish these stolen moments when we are together, away from politics and war? When I rest my head upon your chest, it seems silence finally holds sway upon this racket-ridden ship, and the only melody that dares intrude upon my soul is that of your heartbeat, constant as our love. Look at me, my light and dark. Look at what I have become. Am I not exquisite? The very quintessence of human beauty. Gaze upon this soft and sensuous flesh, the mild marble from which the gods sculpt us mortals. Mortal, yes. For such is the condition that afflicts and affrights me. Had I found a cure for my malady, I'd have resided upon Rivlin to the rapture. Now I'll have to bear witness to my own slow decrepitude, until once more I resemble the skeletal Ophelia I used to be, want of life. Upon this realization, I panicked and turned to the dark arts. I drew forbidden symbols, spoke words abhorrent and arcane. Before me appeared a demon, Razakel his name, who, beguiled by my graces, promised me eternal life if I wished it. Immortality can be mine, my love. What say you? Noble dragon, I knew you would stand by our love, even if a demon be my prophet of perenity. At long last, my quest shall be complete, and nothing will stand between us and the blooming of our passion. I shall go to Razakel forthwith and inform him of our decision. May he prove true to his word. My world and stars, do not shrink away from me like others have, for the change I have undergone is not one of iniquity, but inevitability. I stand before you, Ophelia the Undying, though, caveat emptor, blood must be had for that title to persist. The demon demands his drama, as it was destined to be. Yet, when all is said and done, is this truly such a terrible price to pay? After all, does not the field mouse feed on fallen fruits, and the fox on the field mouse in turn? I will be no more than a part of the cycle, an exception only because I shall spin the wheel everlastingly. Therefore I am contented, my love, for though I must drink the blood of the living, I shall do so with relish. Each drop is another grain in my hourglass. Never shall the death knell herald our final hour. Neither yours, the dragon, nor mine, the demoness. Razakel has relinquished me with strong cravings. Already I thirst for rich running ruby. Oh, the sweet taste of blood. It calls to me. It purrs and seduces, beckons. Like opium invites the addict, and wine entices the inebriate. My love, to taste anew I'd kill, and I shall. How people shudder when they see me, my love and light. They withdraw like the snail does in her shell, or roll up like the hedgehog, its spines set in defense. But shell or spine cannot forestall my fangs. When the hunger strikes me as the sun sleeps, I, its nightmare. Neither the might of man or mysteries of magic can deny my desires. Drink I shall, for drink I must. How wonderful it is to know, my lord and love, that I am forever beyond the gaunt grasp of death, but never beyond the sultry satisfactions of life. My teeth thirst, ache for the penetration of the flesh, and when my jaws enclose around their blood-brimming price, the doors of infinity are swung wide open.